Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jim from www.unblindforlife.blogspot.com, and today's post is a video post. I had my rotator cuff surgery today, so forgive me. I got a little bit of cotton mouth from being all hopped up on this medication and feeling pretty good right about now. So forgive me for that if I got to take some drinks of water. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about civilization in general. Now, the biggest single thing when I started investigating, what the hell's wrong, what's going on, I run across this book by a guy named Derrick Jensen, and it's called Endgame by Derrick Jensen. Now, he's written quite a few books, but this is the one that I went out and purchased, and I read it in a couple days. And first, let me say that, and this guy will tell you that all journalists in the media and in print are propagandists. They can't help it. They have an idea and they're trying to sell it. What I do find interesting about Derrick Jensen in this book is that he does his best to not be. He does his best to point out the fact that he's been approached with opposing views from the best intentioned environmentalists and other folks, and he's taken the time to read their literature, to read the books that they base their claims off of, and he'll tell you what those are and what he thought about it. The thing is he comes across with an honesty that I haven't found in any other real non-fiction work of this type. It's interesting to read. The guy's got a great sense of humor, and he's got a way of stringing some sentences together to kind of put a smile on your face and or make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. But the bottom line is after reading this, what I realized, if you don't believe anything else he says, civilization, this culture is unsustainable. Period. End of discussion. I had a conversation with a friend of mine here recently and if you hear some background noise, I'm sorry, but it's a beautiful day. I got the garage door open and some people are mowing their grass. So I had a conversation with a friend of mine who happens to work in the military industrial complex for a contractor, no less. Great guy, super big heart, wonderful friend. But he kind of hinted at me jokingly that I spend too much time on the internet after he read some of my blogs. I think he kind of views me as getting into some conspiracy theory type things, and that's a conversation for another day. But anyhow, what I found interesting is I make my living in the construction industry, specifically heating and air conditioning. If people don't continue to build these houses, these buildings, these malls, strip malls, offices, you name it, I'm out of a job. If the military doesn't continue to purchase certain armaments, he might be out of a job. So we all view this culture with these eyes. That's our survival. That's what our paychecks come from there, and we buy our groceries and pay our rent and our utility bills, and without it, we're hurting for certain. What's happened, though, is that we're so far removed from reality. In reality, whether you work at a part-time job making a few bucks an hour, or you're the CEO with the golden parachute at AIG or Goldman Sachs, your everyday existence depends on this planet, on food, water, shelter. Without those, you die. And we're so far removed from where those things come from. We are killing this planet every day. And we're expected to sit back and think that Washington has our best interests at heart. Trust us, guys. We got this under control. We're taking care of it. Look here, we put out this report. We've got together these 3,000 scientists to take a look at this issue over the next 10 years. In the meantime, we will continue to kill millions of fish and dredge the ocean floor and destroy acres upon acres of topsoil and forests. It's ludicrous. But we don't get upset about these things. We do get upset when a crazy gunman walks in and shoots 10, 12 people. Not that that's not tragic. I'm not trying to take away from that. So don't go blasting me in your comments. That's a sad, sad thing. The problem is we can't understand that the flip side of that is just as sad and just as tragic because we are disconnected. You know, take out your iPod, listen to some songs, go download some tunes, go play some Xbox or some PS3, go watch some videos on YouTube. That's what it's all there for. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. So take another cell phone call, smoke another cigarette, go watch one of 1,000 TV channels of drivel, go outside, make your yard look like a park, kill all the weeds. Let's not have any habitat left that's conducive to any other life except for our own. And I'm just as guilty of being a part of it as everybody else, but I'm not going to feel guilty about it because I was indoctrinated into it, and I've got to, one step at a time, do what I can to. In closing, I think honestly, your survival depends on your land base. Good land, good source of nutrition from the land, good water, good clean water to drink, and shelter that is appropriate and conducive to the rest of nature. And if you think that the people in Washington or your congressmen or senators or Monsanto or building supply companies or the military industrial complex has your interests at heart, I think you'd be deceiving yourself. The more that you read, the more that you learn. If you think they have it under control, well, they do. They're controlling it, but not to your benefit. So it's just more education. I don't have all the answers. I don't think anybody does, but there are some basic truths that I think are almost unrecognizable or undeniable. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel and share with me things that you've read or learned. So until later, I'm Jimmy from unblindforlife.blogspot.com. The book is called Endgame by Derrick Jensen. There's Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm in the middle of Volume 2 now. So you guys have a good night, and I'll holler at you next time. Stay unblind.